Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Monday, the 4th of April 2022. In today's Mill news, I'm going to crack on because it's quite a busy video today. Mill's Brothers on bittersweet 100th career goal at Luton in partnership with Isaac Olaofe. This is from news@dane.co.uk. Tom Bradshaw admitted his scoring return to the first team starting lineup was bittersweet as Mill drew 2-2 with Luton on Saturday. Bradshaw netted the opener against the Hatters, his 100th career goal in his career, 22nd for Millwall, before Olaofe put the visitors 2-1 up, a lead they had with 3 minutes to go until Luton grabbed the second equaliser through Jake Cooper's own goal. It was Bradder's 8th goal in his last 9 league starts. It's definitely bittersweet because I thought we played really well, Bradshaw said. I haven't watched it back, but I felt like during the game we were in control and definitely a threat. After we took the lead the second time, that's on us to see the game out. We shouldn't have conceded from set piece, but I think the performance was really good. It keeps us in the mix with 7 games to go. I think if we can keep performing well and cutting out silly little goals, then there's no reason why we can't be right up there. Bradshaw was asked about his finish, a first-time shot from outside the box after Jed Wallace had run at the Luton defence. I can't really talk you through it because on paper I definitely shouldn't have taken a shot, Bradshaw said. But I saw it bounce off Jed and it sat on nicer. I didn't really know how far out it was, but it sat on nicer, so I thought I'm just going to hit it. As soon as I hit it, I saw the line of it and thought, that's in there, I pulled it off. I was probably more shocked than anyone else. Millwall Boscara suggested the way Bradshaw took the shot on so quickly surprised Luton goalkeeper James Shea, who couldn't get a hand to the ball as he dived low to his right. I think everyone was surprised, and myself included, Bradshaw says. It doesn't happen very often scoring outside the box. I couldn't tell you when the last time I scored from outside the box. I'm more the 6-yard box tapping type of guy. I don't expect to do that every week, but it was nice. Phoebe's goal from substitute Oliver Burke's cross was also the 100th of his professional career. One of those was for Dr. Congo. It was a great goal. Berkey's done really well down the left. Great cutback and obviously a great finish from Bennett. The bench was on the pitch. I think it would have been deserved to be the winner, to be honest. They're the games we got to see out. It's so bittersweet. There's a natural chemistry there with Phoebe and we get on really well off the pitch as well. I think we just enjoy playing with each other. We know where each other's going to be, our runs. We're quite similar in some respects. Where we both like to make runs in behind and come short. We just complement each other quite well. We're both buzzing when the other one scores. It's not always like that in the strike partnerships. So it's something I'm enjoying. I think Bennick is too. Millwall now have successive home games against Swansea and Barnsley. Our home form has been really good all year, Barnsley said. We go into 2 home games in a row confident. We got the fans behind us at the Den and there's no reason why we can't get back-to-back wins. Bradshaw was out for more than 2 months from mid-January to March and he has strapping above and below his left knee. He explained, it feels great, it feels fine and stable, but I just like to have extra layer of protection for the first 2 or 3 weeks after I come back from injury. It's purely precautionary. And let's move on this. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk and they've probably taken that same interview and they've spun it off a bit, and this is just about the strapping on his knee. So Mill striker explains about strapping above and below his left knee in weekend draw against Luton, so that's probably going to be what we've just heard. Mill striker Tom Bradshaw has explained why he was wearing strapping above and below his left knee in Saturday's 2-2 draw at Luton Town. The Lion striker made his first start since returning from MCL damage and marked it with a superbly taken strike in Bedfordshire. Bradshaw said, whenever I have had slightly longer joint injuries, it feels great, it feels fine, but I just like to have an extra layer of protection for the first 2 or 3 weeks just to shore it up. Purely precautionary. So that's what we just heard. Bradshaw and Olaofe were both on target against Luton. And yeah, this is the same stuff we've already read. Sorry about that, I didn't check beforehand. So moving on to this then. This is the loan watch from millfc.co.uk. Olaofe makes Wembley appearance. Sutton fall agonisingly short of trophy win. And there he is. They've got the picture from whoever took it. Yeah, shame. Sutton United's attempt to win a historic Papa John's Trophy title fell short by 90 seconds at Wembley Stadium on Sunday afternoon. The Gander Green Lane outfit were 2-1 up against Rotherham United in the showpiece occasion, 5.5 minutes into 7 of stoppage time, only for Jordi Osei Tutu to score and force extra time. The Millers with former Lion Shane Ferguson on the left-hand side then ran away with the fixture in the 30 minutes to win 4-2. Isaac Olaofe was a 67-minute substitute for Donovan Wilson. Joe Wright, time at Cray Wanderers, meanwhile, is at an injury sustained in his last game. The goalkeeper has returned to Camden Road for treatment. Oh dear. So yeah, I told you last loan watch that he actually got. He carried on though. Yeah, he had a collision injury. He was down, getting treatment on the pitch for like 7 minutes, but he didn't get subbed off, so that he played on. But apparently that there was something there. And I mean, his loan has been done. Which is a shame because he's playing quite well. I don't know if that's just precautionary or what, because he was taking part in the training when Millwall were training at the Den last week. Was it? I think it was the first day back from international break. Joe Wright was in the pictures, so he was training now. I don't know what's happened. So elsewhere, both Alex Mitchell and Dan Moss were missing, which is normal now. Yeah, they're not really getting in the picture now, which is kind of weird. So I don't know why they're still there. Why don't they just send them back, or why don't we recall them? It's especially weird because Sutton United are playing Leyton Orient this Saturday. Yeah, it's the Millwall Lonely Derby, but the only one likely to have any game time is Isaac Olaofe, which is quite different to early in the season. Was Alex Mitchell versus Isaac Olaofe, and they both played. Yeah, so kind of a shame, but Leyton Orient not really all that. So maybe Isaac Olaofe can grab a goal against them. Certainly a possibility. So there we go. We got this interview from Isaac as well from londonnewsonline.co.uk. Isaac Olaofe keen to embrace the positive from Sutton United's Wembley appearance. Isaac Olaofe was keen to take the positive Sutton United's EFL trophy adventure despite losing 4-2 in extra time. The striker who was on loan at the U's from Millwall came on in the second half and ended up playing 60 minutes on Sunday. Olaofe told the South London Press, "It's hard to take the defeat, but playing at Wembley is a beautiful experience and I'm just going to embrace it. And hopefully we are back in a couple of months for the playoffs." The Lions loanee hit the side netting with his first chance after being introduced to the action. Olaofe said, "I tried a similar type of finish as I did against Leyton Orient, but it was just unfortunate the guy lent into me. It was a decent defending. Looking back, I probably should have gone across the goal. I was unlucky. I looked over and I was a bit shocked to see 7 minutes out of time and to know there was only 30 seconds left when Rotherham scored the equaliser. It's unfortunate from one long ball and it's a goal. That's football sometimes. It's a cruel game. I felt like I did well against them. Both of them spoke to me and encouraged me and said I did well. It's always good to hear compliments from other players. I've been injured for 6 weeks. This is my second game back for about 2 months. It's always good to be getting that support from the fans here, Millwall fans. It's always good." Olaofe told our paper last week he is hoping to earn a contract extension with Millwall. The Championship side have an option to extend by a further 12 months. The 22-year-old's current deal runs out this summer. I look up all of their results. He said, "I saw they were unlucky against Luton yesterday. Bradshaw and Phobie, 2 great finishes. I'm always looking out for them and hoping they do well. Right now I'm just focusing on this season. I want to achieve something great again with Sutton United. Last 7 games of the season, hopefully we can achieve that." So there you go. So it's the contract thing, kind of weird. I imagine is it a possibility that it might be let go? I don't know. Is it a budgetary thing? If I'm probably guarantee that if Garrett would rather spend the money on someone like Benik Afobe or Oliver Burke, and he would quite readily just cut Isaac Olaofe and just let him go. He's 22-year-old now, so he's obviously growing out the under 23s. So it's that stage he needs to be in the first team, or why are you still here? You're 23 years old. The reserves is an under 23s team. You can't really stay around and be the oldest kid in school. You need to grow up and move on. And he seems to be playing well for Sutton United, so maybe if we do cut him, they can pick him up. And Mill can come to some kind of deal, or maybe they'll keep him on for next season. But the fact that the option hasn't been actualised yet, the deal runs out I think the end of June, so 2 months to go. Are they even speaking to him about it? I don't know. You'd think it's just automatic, so I don't know. But we shall see. So we've got this now. Book your spot at the 21-22 end of season awards annual celebration SE16. This is from millfc.co.uk. Mill's end of season awards night will take place at the Den on Thursday the 5th of May from 6 PM late. Now, you know what, I do hope that does not interfere with any end of season tournament games that might be taking place. Now we know when the date of the final is, but the semi-finals are picked by basically Sky, because they pay the money to show the games and they'll show them when they want. So, but to be honest, yeah, I hope that this does get postponed and moved around, because it might very well mean that we might be playing in the end of season tournament. So supporters can celebrate the season in the company of Millwall players and staff in the 1885 club and enjoy an evening which will include a welcome drinks reception followed by a 3-course meal, the award ceremony, and finally music and the opportunity to dance the night away. The meal will be served with half a bottle of wine per person before award winners of titles such as Player of the Year and Goal of the Season will be revealed. The end of season night's award is priced at £130 per person, whilst the table of 8 plus 2 players costs £900. Availability is limited, so don't delay in purchase today. So there you go. If you're interested, over ratings only. This is a black tie event. Black tie event. No scrubs. So there you go. Now we're going to move on to tomorrow's game. It's Tuesday game, so we move very quickly. We are on Monday morning. We're on Monday, and we're already looking ahead to the game on Tuesday. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk. Flexibility Mill player could see him back in the squad for Swansea City match. So we have player news ahead of the game. Ryan Lender could be back on the bench for Mill's home fixture against Swansea City tomorrow night, with his ability to play a number of different roles a major plus. The 29-year-old has been restricted to just 16 appearances this season, with an ankle ruling him out since November 20. But Leonard played the full 90 minutes for the under-23s on Friday against Peterborough United. Lenny is a good athlete. He trained last week and looked good, said Rout. We just felt the under-23s gave him a chance to at least play 90 minutes, and after that it's game on. What Lenny gives you is that extra flexibility. He can play centre-back, he can play right wing-back, and he can play midfield. He offers you a slightly different midfielder to what we've got, slightly different centre-back to what we've got. You need as much flexibility on the bench as you can. Evo is the same. He can play 3 or 4 positions, so sometimes what you might start the game with it might be completely different to what you want the bench to look like, because you want to cover all kinds of results and situations in those games. So there you have it. Some more team news. Millwall boss provides injury update ahead of Swansea match. Fixture comes too soon for defender. Sean Hutchinson will once again be absent for Millwall as they gear up for tomorrow's home game against Swansea City. The former Fulham and Motherwell centre-back has been out with a calf injury since the end of February, but did take part in the first part of the Lions training session on Monday morning. Oh, nice. So that was today. He won't be available and is still a little bit off joining in full training, said Millwall manager. Gary Rowett. As usual, we've got some who turned up right as rain and some that turned up with a few bumps and bruises from the game. But I expect everyone else to be fine and ready. Rowett admits it's harder this week to get extra fitness work into players on the comeback trail. We won't train tomorrow because of our game. Then we'll be off Wednesday and train Thursday. The under 23s have got a game tomorrow and they won't train Wednesday either. The under 23s have got a game. Is that friendly? How they got a game? That's not been announced. I don't know how they've got a game. Maybe that's just a friendly. We shall see. I don't know what that's about. That's not on the list of league games. I'll have to look into that. So he might only have had 2 sessions with the team before Friday. You probably need a bit more than that, but it does give us the opportunity, should the worst come to the worst and we do pick up an injury or 2, then we could have another player available quite shortly. So there's this team news ahead of the Swansea game. Now we move on to the history. Now, this is a bit of a weird one, so please bear with me. This is the historical record. This is from 11v11.com. Head-to-head between Millwall and Swansea City and Millwall and Swansea Town. So the first actual game between Millwall and Swansea was this one here, actually a quarter of the way down, 2nd of April 1921. And in the 60s or 70s or somewhere, they changed their name. Because obviously they went from a town to a city, so they thought, well, let's change the name of the football club as well. And you wonder, it leaves you wondering when Dulwich Hamlet are going to change their name to Dulwich Village. But there you go. So, how it worked out. So the first game we played, we actually lost 2-0. And we played them in the cup the year later. We actually won that 4-0, but in terms of actually win against the weird one, so they came to us once, twice, 3 times in the league, and then on the 4th time we actually beat them. We didn't beat them until 4 times they come to our place, which is quite weird, but it is what it is. Then they beat us again, and then we beat them we lost to them in the FA Cup, and then this amazing run happened. I don't know what happened to them. Probably they went on a bit of a downward with the mines and stuff. I don't know, their community kind of fell away. I'm not too sure. But so we lose to them in 1930, but we go on a run from, and this is a bit of a weird one again because I've got to go back up to the top because it loops around, because it's in alphabetical order. So obviously Swansea City is alphabetically above Swansea Town. So the newer games are at the top. So 1931. Look at this. This is weird as well. 3 years in a row of them coming to us. 3-1, 3-1, 3-1 wins to us. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games where we don't lose. And then we go up 9, 10, 11, 12 games in a row over many, many years where we don't lose a game to Swansea City when they come to Bermondsey. Not one defeat in all those games. And then, obviously, they have a bit of a revival. They get promoted to the Premier League. They have a bit of money to spend, and the tide has turned, because now we go 2011, 30th of April 2011, we lose to them, first time in a long time. But then it happens again the year later, the next time we play at the Den, 2018, we lose. Then we draw 1-1 in 2020. Then the last game we lose 3-0 to them, almost 5 days away from being a year to the day. 10th of April 2021, we lose 3-0 to them. So yeah, so we're on a bad run now of, what is that? 5 games without a win. 5 games from 2011 to 2021 without a win when Swansea City come to the Den. So we could really do with changing that. putting a kibosh on that run, and all these runs come to an end. Now they do seem to have fallen off a bit. The parachute payment money has gone away. They're not really signing the names that they were signing in the past. They've lost the decent managers they had. Steve Cooper. He's gone to Forest and he's changed their fortunes. But they do still seem to be a bit of a threat because they can score and they can win games. They're not that far down the table. They're just kind of mid-table, kind of struggling to adapt to the new reality of being a former Premier League team, being a current Championship team, and just getting used to that, which a lot of teams do struggle with. The glory days are gone. They're just one of many numbers now. They're not really special anymore. So let's have a look now at the more recent past. You can see here the last 6 games and 2 red cards for Swansea. 2 red cards for Swansea. Quite weird. So obviously only 1 win for Millwall. That was all the way back in 2007. 2 draws, a 1-1 and a 2-2, and 3 wins for Swansea. So there you have it. So match facts, look on the right. Millwall have kept a clean sheet in 6 of their last 7 home matches. Superb. There have been under 2.5 goals scored in 7 of Millwall's last 8 home games. Nice. Well, nice in terms of defensively. Going forward, we could do with a few goals. Millwall are undefeated in the last 7 home matches. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Swansea are undefeated in the last 5 away matches against Millwall in all competitions. Yeah, I was just telling you about that. So, which undefeated run will end? Will it be our undefeated at home in the last 7? Will it be their last 5 trips to Millwall being undefeated? One of them runs could end, or they could both. Could they both be end? If it's a draw? No, that doesn't count. Yeah, so will one of these runs be ended by either team winning the game? Hopefully it's us winning the game, but it's not a foregone conclusion. So here's the table as it stands. We are 10th, they are 16th. They have a game in hand on us, so they're only 7 points behind. So theoretically, if they win tomorrow, they probably go above us quite easily by closing the 7-point gap to 4 points and then winning the game in hand, and they'll only be a point behind us. You can see here, obviously, we've drawn more games than them. They've lost more, and that's kind of the difference there. We won more game than them. They haven't scored a lot more than us, and we don't. We've got a poor scoring record, 41 in 39 games. They've got 45 and 38. They've conceded 52. That is not good, is it? That is not good. So maybe that's where the our chances lay, in trying to score against them. So here you go. Is the last, let's go back up. I forgot the form. So there's a form table. We've actually dropped down, but there's not a lot in it. It's only over the last 6 games. There's not a lot in it. They have 10 points. We have 9. They've actually lost twice. We've only lost once. So again, they won an extra game. That's what I was saying about, if you win one and you lose one, it's better than drawing and drawing, because you get 3 points instead of 2. Which is what they've done here. They won 1, lost 2, 1, draw 1. We won, draw, drew, 1, lost, drew. And that's what you see. So recently, over the last six games, they've actually scored 11 but conceded 9. So they are kind of, what would you say? So some teams, when at the end of the season they're mid-table, it kind of, they kind of give up. They really don't care. They don't try that hard. They don't want to get injured. And some teams, they just start switching it on for some reason. Probably because they're probably just told to go out and play. They give them more freedom, anything they want to try and do this, do that. Whereas normally, like, it's all it's mostly scripted stuff, like, oh, do this, run here, do this, run that way, run here, come back, do this, I could do this and do this. They have like set plays that they're supposed to be doing, which is why when you have a footballer who can just get on the ball and just go wildcat and do a bit of magic, do a bit of dribbling, and just go fucking crazy like Gaza or Paul Merson or Jack Grealish or someone like that, it's like, wow, fucking hell. Whereas normally, like, your normal box standard defender, like, they've got drills and processes that they get told to do, and it's all like, can they execute it and do it well? Whereas, like, it's like football by numbers. But when you get to the end of the season, while I'm telling you this, when you get to the end of the season, and I'm just like, well, just fucking do what you want, mate. Just fucking gung ho. It's like, whew, all of that bollocks goes out the window because they don't care. But then the players have the freedom to attack, and it seems this is what's going on at Swansea. Scoring 11 and conceding 9 in the last 6 games. They're just having a bit of fun. So there's Mill's last 6 home games, and you can see there, fucking amazing. Look at that. 1 goal conceded in those 6 games, 5 clean sheets against teams such as Middlesbrough, Sheffield United, QPR. They weren't that good. Preston, Huddersfield. That was an absolute great performance against Huddersfield. That really was good. So we've scored 2 goals on 3 occasions against Huddersfield, QPR, and Cardiff. So that might be good for us to do that tomorrow, because Swansea, they might score because they are going a bit score crazy. So if we look at Swansea's last 6 away games, they failed to score on 3 occasions, so it is possible. Against Blackpool, against Sheffield United, against Stoke, they had a player sent off against Stoke. But they've only kept 2 clean sheets. That was against Cardiff and West Brom. And they had a crazy shootout against Peterborough, like the worst team in the league, at the bottom of the table. They won 3-2, and they absolutely smashed Cardiff 4-0. So, damn. Can we keep the score down? And then can we respond by scoring at least 2 goals ourselves to win the game? I think, hopefully normal service resumes and we carry on where we left off. A repeat of the performance in Huddersfield would be fantastic. A 2-0 win, that would be great. So here's Mill's strengths, Swansea's strengths. A lot of extra strengths for Swansea. Swansea's weaknesses as well, though, very weak in aerial duel and stopping opponents from creating chances. So here's the match forecast. Mill will dominate in the air, extremely likely. Swansea will dominate possession, very likely, and Mill will score from a fast break situation, likely. Damn. Okay, so let's move on to the predictions now. So this is the prediction from whoscored.com. Let's scroll down. Benicophobia's late goal looked to have earned Millwall all 3 points against Luton before Jay Cooper's own goal levelled the scoreline with just minutes remaining. Gary outside are just about hanging in the playoff race, but will need to improve on a run of 1 win from the club's last 5 league games. Swansea enjoyed the perfect Saturday afternoon when they romped to a 4-0 away win in the South Wales derby against Cardiff. The Swans have claimed 7 points from their last 3 league games heading into this game against Millwall. And they predict Millwall 1, Swansea 1. Okay. Okay. David Prun, his prediction from SkySports.com. We will scroll down and see how far we have to scroll. do, 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 do. Oh, we're right at the bottom. Reminder, not every team is playing on Tuesday or Wednesday. This is kind of a make-up fixture date. It's not a scheduled midweek date, so some teams will not be playing. Pratt's prediction: Millwall 1, Swansea 1. So again, a 1-1. We've been really good at home. We should have beaten Luton. Was it unlucky? It was kind of unlucky. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to blame Jake Cooper. I don't want to blame Bart for not coming out. Maybe you can blame Malone for the foul. I don't know. Yeah, but we should have won that 2-1. I think we're going to win this one 2-1. Reminder. This game is not on Sky Sports. Red button. I think because there's a limit on the number of games that you can put on the red button. I think because Blackburn fucked us around, that the club decided to take the Swansea fixture and move the red button onto the Blackburn game because that was more important at the time. Now obviously we're stuck because we can't put this game on the red button, so it's done. That means it's not going to be on Sky Sports red button. It's not going to be on iFollow TV. You can listen on iFollow, or you could get yourself down to Millwall Football Club and watch it from the stands. If you want, you can stand in the concourses and watch it on TV. Do what you want. I don't know, but yeah, I reckon it's going to be 2-1 to Millwall. So look forward to seeing that. Thank you for watching and goodbye.